Howdy folks, how are you all? Lovely to see you again. Fertile food, he's a proud mother. Wonderful little Savoy cabbages are available this week. In fact, it really is a bit of a cabbage fest, or cabbage feast, should we say, because the beautiful green cabbages are also a treat, as are the lovely red cabbages. It really is a beautiful time for the leafy greens. Though it has been dry, a lot of soil moisture means that things are just leaping out of the ground, and hopefully that will continue into the short to medium term future. So we have lots of beautiful local lettuces, local kales, local choys, chards. Lebanese cucumbers, though, are still in short supply, hence the prices are reasonably high. Tomatoes have started to come down a little bit, but the quality is just okay, in my honest opinion. Plenty of mushrooms at the moment, both white and Swiss brown, and the radishes. Wow. Now, a lovely little treat in at present are the broad beans. We expect they'll be around for a few weeks. Quality is first class. Broccoli is edging down gradually in price. It sort of peaked 2 or 3 weeks ago. We have nice sort of medium to large sized bunches of celery, and they're quite well priced. But the medium sized carrots, I have to say, have been absolutely first class. So lovely and sweet. Great special this week on snow peas, 300 gram buy. Asparagus is starting to come down in price, and the quality is again very, very good. Now we have nice new season Australian grown onions. I love it when they're lovely and fresh out of the ground like this. They're really rich and moist. And the potato special for this week are the Nicholas. They're $1.99. If you haven't tried them before, they're actually very similar to a Dutch cream. They both have that slightly waxy, yellowy flesh when baked, but with a white skin. Now, yesterday we had our healthy lifestyle cooking class with Samantha and Angela. Once again, it was booked out. We had people on the waiting list. Very much a success in that respect. We spoke to a couple of the attendees post-event just to get their feedback. And here's what they had to say. Good to go. I'm with
Doreen Hall and Rebecca.
Which
is my mum, so we've
mother and daughter.
Yeah, this is we've come to probably I think one other of the classes we've seen before.
Yep.
But wanted to come along and get some more recipes, and they were really good today. Beautiful. We finally found, we've been on the quest to find a really nice raw soup, and we found a delicious one today. That was one of the favourites.
Thumbs up.
Is that the raw fennel soup?
The raw fennel, yes.
It was fantastic, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And also the taco meat, the nutmeg tacos.
The raw tacos.
Raw tacos, beautiful, yes. I'll certainly be making quite a few of these in this next week.
Yeah.
So hence I need to go and shop for a few ingredients.
Needless to say too, we're very full. So
yes, and the cheesecake, the white chocolate raspberry cheesecake was divine. Yes,
Yep.
Very nice.
So in terms of informative, is it an informative day?
Oh yes, yeah. Sam and Angela both give so much information too about the ingredients. You know, the value of which have our antioxidants and what minerals and vitamins. So it's a lot of information that's really important to understand and know what when you're making the foods.
And it was really great too. A few people had questions like they didn't like to include too much fruit, or their kids might not eat certain things. That was really good to give some suggestions of what they could do instead.
Okay.
So I think that'll be really helpful for people that are new to raw food, and people that have been doing it a while as well, still got lots out of it.
Yeah. Or anyone, I think, who really would like to just have a healthier diet and start incorporating some of this food. These workshops are excellent. They just give you the opportunity to actually see it hands-on being done, and then sort of taste and you can write, extra little notes and beautiful sort of presentation of notebooks and CDs.
Yeah,
Sam
so
goes to an awful lot
generous
of
with
trouble.
all the information that we got given with those books. Yeah.
Excellent value. Yeah, highly recommend it.
Yes.
Oh,
top.
that's superb. Hey, we should talk to you.
What's that?
Sorry. Kirsty's just done a 3-day fast.
Oh,
Tell us how it went.
it was very good. Yes, I
Yes.
did well. I made it.
Well done. Well, making
I
it is...
didn't think I was going to make it at all.
No, it was a bit tough.
It was a little bit tough.
Yep.
I felt my blood sugar go up and down a lot.
Right.
And I was a little bit sick the first day.
Mhm.
But after that, I was fine.
Yep.
And I rested up and I made it. So
Yep.
it was really good.
What was the motivation?
I was just feeling a little bit, I was getting colds quite regularly and I was feeling unwell and lack of energy. So I just decided to do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. And what sort of juices did you focus on? Was it juices or smoothies or what? Like what did you go?
Juices.
Yep.
So I focused on vegetable juices. I didn't put much fruit in there. I would put an apple in there just to sweeten it up.
Yep.
And I had kale from this lovely produce here, and what else did I have? Celery and carrot and beetroot
Yep.
and lemon juice. I had a lot of lemon juice as well.
Mixed with the veggie juice, or did you sort of do it
Sometimes,
separately
or
as well?
just sometimes a warm lemon drink.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And how was cooking dinner for Ben?
That was a little bit. Oh, it was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. The smells and the aromas, I was feeling really hungry then.
Sausage sizzle.
The sausage sizzle. On my last night, I had a sausage sizzle that I had to get through, and that was a little bit hard.
Yeah.
Craving protein.
It's a physical issue, isn't it? But it's also quite a...
Yeah. It was testing my will.
Yeah.
So I really.
It's quite an achievement to get through.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
done.
I'm quite proud of myself.
I'm proud of you too.
Oh, thank you.
Ink ladies are definitely the picking apples. If you like a sweeter style of apple, there are the Fuji's, and then there are also these late season apples. These are sundowners. They're not that dissimilar to galas. They're a sweetish, crunchy style of apple. We do have galas, but in my opinion, they're not as good. It's not their best time. Great specials on bananas this week. We have both the Queensland and the New South Wales fruit at $3.95. Look, I'm here to tell you the New South Wales fruit, a fair bit of them on the weekend, at about that stage, where they're, full colour and spotty, but just brilliant. And they're so sweet, they're almost too sweet. Almost too sweet, they're brilliant. Pineapples are improving, they're certainly a lot sweeter, but they're still very small. Now the season is coming close to an end with mandarins. I know the weather's warming up and some of you are starting to look for new flavours, but you've just got to hang in there a little bit further. Ellendale's this week, $3.95 a kilo, or 2 kilos for $7.50. Andrew, who many of you would have spoken to on the phone, or at the markets, or in store, he's a very well-educated young man, and to further his education, he recently attended a lecture by Udo Erasmus, who was visiting the country to talk about the benefits of good fats. Now he's written a book called Fats That Kill and Fats That Heal, and produces a small range of products as well. Some, of course, which we stock here, Udo's Oil. His interest was sparked many years ago when he was a young man, and he became very, very ill working or through exposure to pesticides. His research led him to the benefits of good fats, healthy oils. Andrew attended his lecture, and this is what he's come back with.
So as Brent mentioned, Udo's focused a lot on fats in nutrition in his career, exploring healthy diet and lifestyle. And that's been the focus of his content in his books and in his presentations, and it was the main topic of the lecture that I attended a few weeks ago. And I think it's a really appropriate focus for modern Western civilization, because it's one area of healthy diet that we have out of balance, shall we say. So essential fatty acids are really critical for proper hormonal and metabolic function. So because of that, they affect a wide range of things in the body. So they're good for your cardiovascular system, your immune system, nervous system, your electrical function. They're good for a healthy mood. healthy libido. They're good for your skin, your eyes, your bones, muscle tissue. They're a critical part of a balanced diet. Udo likes to put fats into four different categories. The essential fatty acids that many of us have heard of. The fats that are useful but not essential. Fats that are, not necessarily good or bad, and then some that are actually harmful. And Udo gave a number of really useful insight into a healthy, balanced diet regarding fat. But one particular thing that he emphasises how important it is to focus on the essential fatty acids. There's only the two, alpha-linolenic acid and linoleic acid. Typically in affluent societies such as ours, we're eating far too much omega-6 relative to omega-3, so it's important to focus on omega-3. And we're in an interesting position in Australia and in the developed world because omega-3 is such a highly spoken about nutrient, such a highly widely known nutrient. It's in the media a lot of omega-3 supplements are heavily marketed, and lots of people know about the benefits of omega-3. But the conservative research is estimating that about 80 to 90% of us aren't getting enough. And a big part of that is because omega-3, and specifically alpha-linolenic acid, is an essential fat that should be the staple of the diet. It shouldn't be a peripheral thing that we're taking as a supplement. Most people have an balanced fat intake in their diet, and then they add in a couple of fish oils on the side, but that doesn't actually address the overall imbalance. So part of Udo's message is getting a healthy fat as the staple of your oil consumption, and that's what his products are about. And I think he's right on. Another useful bit of information that Udo addressed was the problem of harmful oils, and particularly oils that have been heated. You'll notice when we or other businesses are selling an omega-3 or omega-6, a polyunsaturated oil, we tend to keep it in a glass bottle, in a brown bottle, in the fridge, often in cardboard, to shield it from light, from heat and from oxygen, because they're quite volatile nutrients. So cooking really accelerates their degradation, and there's a lot of evidence to show that cooked omega-6 is carcinogenic. Udo gave some quite shocking statistics on cooked oils and their negative impacts on our health. He mentioned that 1 tablespoon of oil, if just 1% of that oil has been heated, fried, to degrade and become a toxic oil, there's 100,000 molecules of toxic fats for every cell in our body. The number of toxic molecules, if just 1% of that's degraded, is something like 7 times 10 to the 18 or something along those lines. And it takes just 2 to disrupt genetic expression. Mm-hmm. So in Udo's opinion, if we're really interested in health, the only oil that we should be using for cooking is water. There's a lot of discussion about how saturated fat's more stable than other fats. Maybe coconut oil is better than olive oil for cooking. Maybe butter's better than margarine. And there's some truth in that. However, if we're really serious about a healthy fat intake, we shouldn't be cooking with oil at all because it's such a volatile substance. Some good sources of omega-3 and omega-6 essential fatty acids are things like linseed, chia seed, hemp seed, a lot of nuts and other seeds. Leafy greens have a fairly small content of these fats, but they have them in a nice balance. Grass-fed beef has a nice fat profile relative to other forms. And then there's of course fish and other seafood. That's a good source of omega-3 especially. So if you're going to use an oil like this to really get your fat intake into balance, there's a number of ways that you can use the product. You can use it on salad dressings, you can put it in smoothies or juices, even if you're keen on that. The critical thing to consider is that you're not heating with it.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to cook with it. You want to apply it to the dish at the end of preparation, or use it in a dish that doesn't require heat. So that's the deal on fats as far as Udo's seen it in his decades of research, or at least it's a little glimpse into it. I highly recommend his book Fats That Kill, Fats That Heal. I feel it's the principal text on clearing a lot of confusion about fats and cholesterol and other issues, and giving some really insightful, practical information. That's really a powerful part of a healthy, balanced diet. Enjoy.
Thank you, Andrew, for sharing that information with us. Next week,
hopefully we'll have some footage of it next week. I am going to the Earth Builders Association AGM down at Nowra to learn how to build rammed earth walls and houses and all that kind of stuff. I'm very excited. It doesn't really have anything significant to do with food, but it is certainly, you know, a key aspect, I think, of a sustainable lifestyle. I'm going to share that with you anyway, if you like it or not. I'll like it. So anyway, I'm looking forward to it very much. Meanwhile, have a lovely week. We'll see you soon.